welcome. You're watching Newsx and I'm Shivani Singh. They say revolutions eat their own children. In Bangladesh, they don't just eat them, they hunt them down in broad daylight. The new Bangladesh, the one that was supposed to be born from the ashes of the Sheikh Hasina regime, is on fire, literally. A young man named Osman Hadi is dead. He was 32. He was the face of the July Uprising. He was a leader of a group called the Inqilab Manch. And for the last 6 days, he was fighting for his life in a hospital bed in Singapore. On Thursday night, he lost that battle. But as his body lies in a cold morgue in Singapore, the streets of Dhaka are burning. Protesters are out. Newspaper offices are being vandalized. Anti-India slogans are back in the air. What happened to Osman Hadi? And why does his death threaten to derail the fragile transition of a nation of 170 million people? We take a closer look. Let's go back to the 12th of December. Dhaka's Fulton area. Busy, crowded, chaotic. Osman Hadi was leaving a mosque after Friday prayers. He was traveling in a battery-powered auto rickshaw. Suddenly, 3 men on a motorcycle pulled up, masked, armed. They didn't want his money. They wanted his life. One of them fired a single shot, a point-blank shot to the head. Hadi collapsed. The attackers vanished into the Dhaka traffic. For the next 2 days, it was a race against time. He was rushed to Dhaka Medical College, then Evercare Hospital. When it became clear that Bangladeshi doctors had reached their limit, the interim government, led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus, stepped in. They airlifted him to Singapore, to the Singapore General Hospital, one of the best in the world. But even the best wasn't enough. On the 18th of December at around 9:30 p.m., the lights went out. The question is, who wanted him dead? So who was Sharif Osman Hadi? He wasn't a career politician, at least not yet. He was a product of the madrasa system, a student of the Dhaka University and a teacher. But above all, he was an activist. When the July Revolution broke out, the student movement that eventually ousted Sheikh Hasina, Hadi was the one on the front lines. He was the spokesperson for Inqilab Manch. His politics? Radical, uncompromising. He didn't just want Hasina out. He wanted her party, the Awami League, banned. Constitutionally, permanently. He was an outspoken critic of India as well. He accused New Delhi of propping up the Hasina dictatorship. He even reportedly released a map of Greater Bangladesh that included Indian territories. He was polarizing, he was loud, and he was just getting started. He had filed his papers to run as an independent candidate for the Dhaka 8 seat in the upcoming February elections. Now, he's a martyr. And in politics, a martyr is often more powerful than a candidate. The moment the news of his death reached Dhaka, the city exploded. Thousands of protesters took to the Shahbag intersection. The slogans were no longer about reform. They were about blood. And they had a target, or targets. First, the media. 2 of Bangladesh's biggest newspapers, the Pratham Alo and the Daily Star, were attacked. Their offices in Karwan Bazaar were set on fire. Journalists were trapped inside, tweeting for their lives. Why the media? Because the protesters accused these papers of being pro-India, of being too soft on the old regime. Then come the political targets. Awami League offices were torched in Rajshahi. The house of a former minister was attacked in Chittagong. And finally, the diplomatic targets. Protesters marched towards the Indian High Commission. They demanded it be shut down. Why? Because there are rumors, fueled by social media, that Hadi's killers have already fled to India. The police have identified 2 suspects, Faisal Karim Masood and Alamgir Sheikh. They say that they are Awami League members. They have offered a reward of 5 million Dhaka. But for the mob, a manhunt isn't enough. They want a reckoning. This brings us to the man in the middle, Muhammad Yunus. He called Hadi a fearless frontline fighter. He declared a day of state mourning. He promised justice. But look at the reality. Yunus is heading an interim government that is struggling to maintain basic law and order. The February 12th elections are just weeks away. Yunus says that this was a premeditated attack to derail the polls. He's right. When you kill a top student leader right before an election, you're not just killing a man. You're killing the stability of the transition. The point is this. Bangladesh is currently a pressure cooker. On one side, you have the remnants of the Awami League, allegedly operating from the shadows. On the other, you have radical student groups who feel the revolution is being sold out. And in between, a massive vacuum. The death of Osman Hadi has filled that vacuum with rage. If the interim government cannot catch the killers, and if the narrative continues that India is shielding them, the February elections might not be a return to democracy. They might be a descent into chaos. A revolution is won on the streets, but a nation is built in the institutions. Right now, Bangladesh's streets are winning, and its institutions are burning. The tragedy of Osman Hadi is not just the end of a young life. It's the possible end of the peace that Bangladesh so desperately needs. Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.